People, Deluded, I'm back again. Normally I would chill in the usual spot you see, but I thought let me try a different one. It's your favourite weirdo, Nando's opposite, so there's going to be a bunch of people staring at me like I'm talking to myself, but move on. Now, if you've been following Arsenal, obviously the hype is around Kieran Tierney, Zaha, Saliba, and all the other ramblings. Now, oh, it's mad, you can see me holding the phone in the back, but what was I saying? First and foremost, Gabriel Martinelli's move's been officially completed. We know it's been in the pipeline for a while now, and I'm happy to announce that he's an Arsenal player. Welcome to the Arsenal family. You lot know I love my Brazilian footballers. We ain't had a winger in a while. So obviously it excites me. He's Brazilian, £6 million, humble beginnings. He's trialled at United previously, so he must have been on the radar of a couple of clubs. It was a signing that was made by our head scout Francis Kaijigia, cannot say his name. He's probably done his due diligence, and Edu wasn't involved, but I'd like to think Edu, on top of the signing already happening, Edu probably gave some more information on the lad, and he did train with the Brazil side in regards to the Copa America. Obviously, he's made 34 appearances, and he does sound like a good player and one to get excited about by the things I've just said. But he's only made 34 career appearances, forgive me if I'm wrong. That's not the best. We're going to need to give... I hope he hits the ground running from the start and gets a look in the Premier League side, but if I take my excitement hat off and look at it, got to give him a bit of time. He's a young man, just turned 18. Got to allow him to adapt to living in England, in London, let alone Brazil. I'm pretty sure Brazil's got a lot of cities and stuff, but I'm pretty sure where he was initially at is a dramatically different place from where he's probably living in London or will experience. So we've got to give him time to adapt to the language, adapt to just life. Remember, he's 18 years of age, adapt to his teammates. He probably is going to go with the lads off to America, which I hope he does, and that will be good for bonding purposes. But we might have to wait a few months before we see the best of him. It probably takes 6 months before you really see him predominantly in the side. Who knows? It might be like Guendouzi, where he's getting minutes here and there from the jump, or he might be slowly integrated, playing the bulk of his minutes at 23's level, cup competition and travelling with the first team. You've just got to be careful, people, because he's made 34 appearances. You've obviously got him, you've got Nelson, who's not the most experienced, you've got younger than them in Amici and Saka, you've obviously got Emil, and talk of Zaha. These are good attacking options for the future to have. Obviously Zaha's 25, 26, but in 4 years he'll only be 30, and these young lads will still be young. Not all of them are going to make it here, but if some can make it here and become first team regulars, great, because they have resale value. The ones that can't, if we can get top dollar on them, great, because the players I just said and listed off the top of my head, there's no reason why they can't become £20 million players minimum, and that can make decent profit for the club. If Martinelli's move doesn't work out, then we've paid 6 million. You'd like to think we can get it back, but I have faith in the lad. He looks like an exciting player. He can play in a couple of positions, so we'll see how that one goes and how it develops. So welcome to the club, Martinelli. I'm sure you've all seen allegedly Lacazette's agent's been spotted at Highbury House, so you can expect his contract negotiations are either an advanced stage, making progress, or maybe it's a formal announcement. That's all that's missing in regards to Lacazette signing a new deal. Obviously Lacazette's in line for a new deal, whether we agree with him or Aubameyang's deals in or not. He's in line for a new deal in Aubameyang and Lacazette. Zaha comes, he's going to be on decent money. We've got Mkhitaryan and Ozil, and we have an ongoing wage issue. I'm not criticising any decisions or any players getting the contracts. Just as a fan, if we have wage problems on top of everything else, are we making it worse? I'm not too sure. It's something for the finance people to look after, and things like that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in that regards. Koscielny's been, allegedly he wants a free transfer to Bordeaux. He's very interested. Some people have spotted on Instagram he followed I don't know the term, but a Bordeaux based estate agent. Obviously read between the lines. If you're following an estate agent, I would have thought your agency would handle the logistics, but if he's following an estate agent in Bordeaux, he's linked with the Bordeaux club. Is he looking for a house to rent or stay, to which he wants to move back to France? Apparently we want to let him go for a free transfer, and on one hand I actually would allow him to. He's been a fantastic servant, get him off the wages and whatnot, but on the other hand, nobody in football is giving Arsenal no deals with our situation, so we might as well just get some free bob for him, whether that's 10 million allegedly Arsenal want, or 5 million, or a cut price 2.5, because he's got a year left on his deal. So we need to get some finances, but no one's giving us no deals, so I don't feel we can necessarily afford to give any to anybody else. So on that front, would love to see what happens, man. But apparently he wants to leave. If his heart isn't in it, then Koscielny has to go. He's been a loyal servant. He's entitled to think about his next career move, both for his family, financially, and just in terms of his career ending. He's entitled to believe whatever he wants, people. But Arsenal's not a retirement home. We can't, on top of being a retirement home, we can't afford to feel sorry for people and things like that. And on top of that, if his head's not in it for whatever reason, then he has to be allowed to depart the club, people. It's as simple as that, man. Going back to Martinelli quickly, and he said, it's a dream since I was a child, and also my family's dream for me to be playing in Europe and playing for a big club like Arsenal. So let's just give him some time, people, and see how he develops. Finally, you've seen Napoli have got involved in regards to Kieran Tierney, and you've actually seen allegedly that, I'm not too sure of the name of the lad, but Celtic are moving in regards to signing a left back. Now, I don't want to speculate. Is that a backup left back to complement the squad with Tierney? Is it a replacement for him? I'm not too sure. Are they resigned to losing him, not just to Arsenal, but you've seen Napoli links, and if he's available for 25 million and there's a lot of lollygagging around it, you'd imagine other clubs might just think, F it, let's just get involved and take advantage of Arsenal's situation. So I think that one's going to be dragged out. Saliba's taking one to the back seat. Zaha is going to be a dragged out one. Whether we get any of them is a different thing. I would just love the two defenders. Whether we get any of them is a different story, people. But for now, I don't feel there's anything more for me to add on that front, so I'm going to get out of here. People, deluded. In fact, let me check briefly. Check there's nothing, I'm not missing any other news out. I know we've been linked with is it Joel Bowen, I can never say his name, the striker at Hull, decent taker of chances, was linked with a couple of teams previously in West Ham, Spurs and us. Don't really think we're going to go for him. We might legitimately want him in a year or 2 or 6 months, but if we're in talks, if we're bidding 40 million for Zaha, bidding 30 odd for Saliba and Tierney, whether these things can happen or not, if finances are really pressed, are they going to spare the 12 million or so that's been quoted on a backup striker or third choice striker at this moment in time? He might develop to be someone big, but right now it's that. Is it a priority of the club? I'm not too sure. We might legitimately sign him, but until it happens, I don't know, people. On that front, I've got nothing more to add, so I'm going to keep it moving. Deluded.